So cracking on with the radio control installation. We're going to start with forward reverse for the valve shots. Now I've removed the original activation lever that was there. That wasn't the correct one for radio control. In the radio control conversion package you get the right linkage. That's this guy here. There's two mounting columns that are going to fit here on the Loco chassis. The gap here is so that once mounted you can adjust the linkage from underneath the Loco. Behind that that hole there's a rectangular hole almost under the boiler, and that is where the cable for the servo disappears underneath the chassis. Servos. Let's talk servos. I have here what I'm going to be using are high-tech HS 82 MG, and I'm sure that MG stands for Metal Gears. Yeah, I've used these servos before. I converted another Loco from manual to radio control and got these servos as well. And yeah, again, Locoworks supplied these servos to me. And perhaps a tip is that according to Tom at Locoworks, the servo mountings that you get in the Roundhouse kits, they are sort of calibrated for these servos. You know, the mounting holes and so on. They're calibrated for these. So that's what I'm going to be using. So we'll start by mounting the servo columns onto the chassis. So I'll take one of the columns. So I'm just going to put it upright. Let's have a look. This goes on there, okay. There's one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is the servo horn for the linkage. In the instructions they recommend the mounting point for the rod, the actuating rod, is 8mm from center. So if I give that a quick look, that is to me just about the inner of those two holes. So I'm going to pick one, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the horn, and then this is the, if you like, the mounting swivel for the actuating rod. So I'm going to remove the horn, drill one of the holes out so it can mount the swivel. So we'll get on with that. Okay, I've actually got a 1.5mm drill here. The book says 1.6, but I haven't got a 1.6, so I'm going to have to deal with use this one. So mind your ears and let's go. See if the piece will go through. Yes, it will. Okay. The horn, the servo horn, there is a right way and wrong way round, so it fits on like this. So it's going to be that way around. So before putting all that on, I'm just going to attach the swivel point, and it's using these spring washers, clamp washers. So we'll give that a go. There you go. So there he is, he's mounted on there. Turn that very easily. no problem. So I'll just loosely mount the clamping screw, and then we'll put it we'll put the horn back on. Okay, so we're just going to, and this is going to be a temporary mount of the servo, because it might be that I'm going to have to change the position of the horn. If you think about it, with this particular servo, it needs to have a neutral position, a position where it moves it into forward gear, and a position where it moves it into reverse gear. And I don't know what that is yet, so this is just to mount it on there, see what it looks like, and we'll do the same with the other one, and then we'll go into calibration of the servos with the transmitter and the receiver and everything. Okay, this is going to be the interesting one. Right, blue tack off. So, and then this lead goes under here through there. Alright, we've got it mounted. The cable's gone into that hole behind there. Once it's permanently fitted, there's going to be a cable tie going around here, and it's going to be holding this cable, something like that, into the side, and then it's going to go through the back here. Perhaps you can see it there if I focus in there a bit more. It's going through the hole through here, and then it's coming out of the back. So here's the gas regulator servo. The standard star-shaped servo horn, I've taken that off because there's going to be a single arm mounted on here, but I'm going to be doing that later once we've sorted out the direction that the servo's travelling and so on. But anyway, so he's got to go on here, this servo, and it's going to be fed in from the front. So these horns, let me see if I can, the way you can see that, but these horns here, they correspond to holes here, there's top and bottom, and then with screws, washers and nuts, the servo is fixed in place. The lead goes down behind the servo, and there's actually a hole here under, between the gas tank and the servo mounting, which where the lead threads through. So let's get the servo in. You have to be careful, you have to push it through here first. So we'll push it through there straight away, and then we'll mount it. So it's through the hole. I think that's got him. Yeah, that's the top one. What I'm actually doing, I've got the washer and the nut on a normal screwdriver, because I've got it's a bit of a pain, this one. Got to sort of put it in between here. Okay, got it. You don't want to know how much blue tack is on there. Loads. Get that out. What I'll do, I'll just put it the right way up and show you what the difficulty was. A bit of wood. Having to put the nut on through there, that's very difficult. And there's still a bit of blue tack there I need to get off. There it is. Come on. Yep, gone, I think. Anyway, we'll tighten this up. You can't get in there with a screwdriver really, so you've got to clamp the other one. Not too hard, not too tight. I mean, this one now. That's enough. Okay, that's done. Next bit. Okay, so the next stage, what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that before connecting the linkages for the gas regulator and also for the forward reverse, I want to make sure that the servo travel is firstly going in the right direction. Forward reverse regulator, what I also want to do is calibrate the travel on the servo from neutral to left and then to right, that corresponds with the amount of travel that I need on the Valscott's valve gear. So I'm going to be calibrating those servos. I'm not going to go into it with detail here because I'm using the Foxworks radio control system. Let me see if I can bring that in focus. There it is. This is yeah, Foxworks in the UK. They do many different controllers and receivers and all the other stuff, and this is the one for live steam locomotives. I don't know whether it's the latest one. You'll have to have a look on the site. I got into Foxworks because of the other lads in the local club that I'm in here. They most of them are gauge 1 drivers, and they were using these Foxworks things as well. I have got another radio controlled Roundhouse loco bought from the factory, and well, it's the factory radio control system. If you take this, it's about this wide. It's one of those huge things what they use for the aircraft, you know, and this is much more portable. This is the receiver, much smaller than the Roundhouse one, at least out of the locomotive I have, and the connectors, you can get them horizontally or pointing horizontally or pointing vertically. The receiver, the battery box, and the switch, they're all going in the tender. So the only cables, as far as the radio control is concerned, coming from the locomotive are the 2 cables from the servos. Yeah, I'm a rechargeable AAA guy. I don't use you know, the custom-made battery packs. So again, via Locoworks, I got a AAA battery pack. I find that the batteries are more than enough for this radio control system, and so everything to do with the radio control on my live steam locomotives, it's all AAA. So the transmitter's AAA, all receivers are AAA, so that's fine.